If you want to get important updates on MSY or ULTY, this video is going to be for you, because today in this video I have very important information regarding those two funds and other funds. So the first one we're going to start here is MSY Distributions Estimates. X date is going to be on the 13th and payment date will be on 14th, which is on Friday, and declaration will be tomorrow, November 12th. Current profit and loss for MSY is over 300 million, and per share that's $1.16. Implied volatility based estimate is 13 cents. Dividend estimate will be between 13 cents to 15 cents. Yield estimate is about 70% to 82%. That's based on the price of today. So as you can see here, the distributions will be lower than what they paid last time. If we look at how much they paid last time, was about 16 cents. If you round up, about 17 cents. But before that was 19 cents, before that was 21 cents, and before that was 60 cents. And before that was when they used to pay on monthly basis. And then from that date, which was October 17th, they start paying on a weekly basis. And the first time was a huge pay, because you can see here there was a 60 cents that was combination of 3 payments altogether per week, and they pay all at once, and that was 60 cents. The following week, they paid only 21 cents. Then you can see distributions have been coming down. They're going to pay lower and lower. And as the price comes down, the distribution will get even worse. So this is really not good. The other thing is this fund, MSY, has been losing a lot of net assets. Investors have been selling in mass, and you can see here it used to be closer to 6 billion. Now it's only 2.61 billion. So it's a pretty much very closer to ULTY where it is right now. Talking about ULTY, YieldMax has announced distributions for Group 1 ETF. A Group 1 are pretty much fund of funds. And distributions for tomorrow will be Group 2, which will be single stock ETFs. So as you can see here, they announced distributions for CHAPI, FEET, FIVI, GPTY. You can see 45 cents, 45 cents, 31 cents, 32 cents. And that's about 31%, 78%. So for FEET was a little bit higher at 78%, which is pretty impressive. LIFG, QDTY, RDTY, SDTY. These three here, QDTY, RDTY, SDTY, these are 0 day to expiry cover call ETF. You can see the yield is not that much, but for LIFG was a little bit higher at 80%. For me, I usually focus on the yield versus the amount they're going to pay you, because the amount is more relevant. For example, 50 cents distribution for an ETF of $50, that's very little, but for the same ETF, if it's $20, then that's higher. SOTI will pay 58 cents. ULTY is going to pay 63 cents, and that's about 71%. YMAG will pay 17 cents, and that's about 60%. YMAX will pay 15 cents, and that's about 68%. So as you can see here, ULTY is paying lower and lower. If we come to ULTY distributions history, as you can see here, since they start paying weekly distributions, they've been paying between 10 cents to 9 cents. And last distributions, they pay 7 cents. And before that, they paid 8 cents. So 6 cents will represent the lowest distributions they have ever paid since they start paying weekly distributions for this ETF. And when it comes to asset under management, also it has been going down. As you can see here, ULTY net asset, it was close to 4 billion, I believe. So investors have been selling and run away from this ETF. Now it's only 2 billion. And soon as the price of this ETF keeps going down and distribution keeps going down, we'll see significant reduction on net asset overall. It will be less than 2 billion very soon. So the importance of this is to show you that how confident investors are, because the more confident investors are, the more the net asset goes up, because more people are piling money into these ETFs. And of course, when the yield comes down, meaning people don't have confidence in this ETF and run away from it. That's pretty much main indication from this net asset here. Overall, the market was very choppy today. As we can see, most of these ETFs went down. TDAC, this is a Tap Alpha Innovation Nasdaq 100, went down about 9 cents. That's only 0.33%. TSPY, Tap Alpha SPY, this is S&P 500, went down pretty much flat. WePay went down about 73 cents. and that's 1.41%. As we can see here, WePay is one of those ETFs that I have mentioned in the past that they don't have NAV erosion. I made a lot of videos about this ETF, income guidance. I'm going to leave a link below if you want to know more about WePay. And I believe as of now, this is one of the best income ETFs. It's very diversified and it holds its NAV really well because it started around the same price of 50 and then now it's still the same. With all the distributions, you are really up. ULTY went down 8 cents, and that's 1.74%, closer to 2%. Right now it stands at only $4.53. I think last time I bought ULTY was $4.80. So my last batch, I've lost almost 30 cents. So losing 30 cents, meaning for this ETF paying only 6 cents, that means I won't be able to get my money back anytime soon. Very bad. MSY has lost a little bit more today, 27 cents. And that's about 2.81%, closer to 3%. It stands at $9.34. So it has crashed lower than $10 it used to be just 3 weeks ago. ULTY, this is another ETF, has almost the same strategy like ULTY, but different. I made a video about this. If you want to know more about this, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. It has lost a lot, about 95 cents, and that was 4%. It stands at 22.24, so it has lost around $3. But with all the distribution they have paid, maybe you might be even. It depends on the price you pick it up at. MSTR strategy stock itself, this is an underlying stock for MSTY, has lost $7.53 or 3.15%. So it's a pretty much closer to what MSY has lost. But of course, you can see here MSY lost a little bit less than the underlying. And YMAX, this is YieldMax Universe Fund of Funds, has lost about 5 cents today, and it stands at $11.47. For people who want to diversify their portfolios and they want to decide which ETF to pick between YMAX and WePay, I personally really, at the moment, I would prefer WePay, even though YMAX has lower price, but it keeps going down, and the yield, they have been paying a lower yield. As you can see, WePay has really shown a robust performance. It stands at $50. It doesn't go down as much. I think a couple of days ago, it went down to 48 cents. It just rebounded right back to almost 51. So with all the distribution, pretty much you haven't lost any NAV in terms of price, including your distribution, then you will be way up as compared to people who have invested in YMAX since it came out. Whether you bought this at $20 or you bought at $16 or you bought at $12, you can see with your share price, you are down. But let's say you bought at $12 with all your distributions, you are up. But I don't want to rely being up just with distributions. I want to see my distributions just make up for my performance rather than make up for a loss on the share price itself. So that's my thinking between these two ETF. This is not a recommendation to buy either of these ETF. If you want to buy and invest in any of these ETFs, make sure you do your own research. On this channel, I always give you my investment opinion and update. I'm not a financial advisor. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content, please smash the like button. And if you don't want to miss another update, please make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to share with someone who you think this video might help so they can always learn and get update on their passive income journey. I'll catch you next one. Bye bye.